I'm Laura Kyte. I'm a 3L here at the law school. I grew up as a kid in California, but my family moved to Salt Lake when I was in high school. I have 2 kids that are in high school, and I decided to come to law school. After a divorce, I went back to school. I never finished my undergrad, and so I went back to school thinking that I was going to teach history. And one day I had a professor that pulled me aside after class, and he said many things, but one of the things was like, hey, maybe you should think about law school. And so I gave that a lot of thought, and I realized that that was actually a really good intersection between a career and doing things that I really care about. So my favorite classes at the law school are ones that have dealt with broader constitutional questions. I really have enjoyed like my criminal procedure classes and the constitutional law classes, I think, the most. I really like being able to discuss those broader constitutional issues because they're not just about learning bullet point, black letter law rules, but the conversations bring in a lot more broader contexts and ideologies and just different ideas than maybe some of the more like just black letter law classes bring in. I've loved all of my professors. I love some of the professors I haven't had, to be honest. Professor Hernandez was somebody I felt like I could go to with questions, and he was super encouraging and kind of helped me think through kind of what to do for my 1L summer. Professor Steele, I just think is amazing. I wish I was just like her. She's just so smart, and she cares about people, and she thinks deeply about people in the world that other people don't necessarily think about. All of BYU's professors and deans, I think, are pretty impressive and wonderful people. One of my favorite experiences here at the law school has been being involved with the various clubs that we have. One of them, this year, I was actually president of the Government and Politics Legal Society here at the law school. You know, I've gotten to meet Ben McAdams and other local, senators and representatives and judges, and other interesting attorneys that are dealing with interesting topics like Native American lands and gay rights and criminal sentencing and things like that. So, and it's been a really great way to be able to see outside of just the law school and into the greater legal community that I'm going to be entering into, and to see a broad range of topics that attorneys deal with within the state. So it's been a really fun experience. I came to law school because I thought that a career in the law would be a great way to help people that couldn't help themselves. And I had been in the process of finishing a degree in history. My undergraduate degree is in history. And I specifically focused on early America and slavery in particular, and it was just so interesting to me to see how central the law was in terms of creating meaning for people, and especially in terms of who was perceived as kind of an outgroup or who was more oppressed. And so I thought, if the law could be used as a tool to oppress, then we can use the law as a tool to set people free. And it was really interesting to see how often attorneys were used in that way to help people. And I just was inspired by that, and I wanted to be a part of that. And so I hope that as I move forward in my career that I can get closer and closer to being able to do that more. I realize right now I think I just have to learn the legal landscape and learn the law better and how to become a really good advocate before I can really, feel like I'm really helping people. But that's where I hope to go.